Arnold.
What's up, my central unit? It's the central man here. So, wow, I missed nearly, really the whole bulk of the first half of, I'm doing a live reaction to Liverpool versus Manchester United in the Barclays Premier League. Battle between the top two boys in English football and also in the league.
In April 2017 to
so far, nothing too much in my knowledge. Forgot, it's half 4 kickoff. It's like, I forgot how my team.
Crystal Palace,
forgot the game, and I'm doing the live stream. Yeah, I can still do it. I'm not going to go, oh, I missed like 40 million, like 20 or 30 minutes of the first half of a football match. I'll still do a live reaction to it. Anyway, so. Yeah, United top, Liverpool second. So Liverpool win, they go back to the top of the table. If United win, they'll extend their lead into the table.
Some support until he's not a sorted out by Fabinho, but it is a free kick against the Brazilian.
And he's never letting him pass Fabinho. He knew it was a dangerous attack. Steps across him. United doing the pretty stuff. They're just going to stick the ball into the box. Maguire's gone up, even though it's not from a position that you would say it's dangerous.
If United win the league,
wow, fucking hell. This team is now stronger.
I don't want to say it's a great Man United team, but
sort of toughed out the first half an hour here.
I don't know. Probably be the weakest United team. I think it's the weakest team since the 2013 team. You got like the Asian teams like Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra, you got like Rooney. He's not really in his prime. He's kind of little past his peak of his prime. Yeah, you got Van Persie, but I don't know. I think Liverpool, they might. You have to beat City and Tottenham. Man, if Van Dijk, let me see if Van Dijk will like get back to schedule. Maybe it's not. He might not miss. This season and the Euros, he might play some bit of the season, probably in the March and April era. Yeah, no, that was a lot of shit this week. Oh, they're gonna shut. They're gonna do the same thing last summer or last spring or postponing the league due to COVID. No, fuck that.
It's tricked.
It's a free kick.
So he might have been thinking about having a crack.
Wow, Shaqiri, man. Oh my god. He's not really. I think going to Liverpool is about a mistake. He's not really getting any game time. He's just more like, he's on the bench. He's never like,
trips him up.
He's a good player, Shaqiri. I think he's dangerous. Good. I think he should have gone to like an Everton or
last 2 or 3 minutes.
Properly
settle down.
Maybe a club can guarantee really guarantee like a playing time.
A few minutes ago, but a couple of times Liverpool now, as we know, they always play out from the back, but Manchester United press really well, really
Pogba's starting to get good.
Didn't really need to make Shaqiri.
I was like, Pogba's been shit since he's come to Man United. This is his 5th season, and he's been absolutely dog shit.
Within range.
Absolutely. He's a
5.
16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. Yeah, 5 seasons.
2 centre-halves are the best defenders.
Why is he not playing that? What's his name? Nate Phillips. I think he was good against West Ham. Oh my god, I thought that was in.
Sadly, was below crossbar height, but it was wide of the post.
From where we are, puts in so close. Strike's perfect. It's just the accuracy.
Salah? He's there?
I was looking around for some help, but he hasn't got too
much. He's there? Oh, he's lost the ball! Oh, that was Firmino.
You just wonder again, with maybe a more confident finish, Liverpool might be ahead.
Well, there'll be Manchester United fans at home screaming Eric Bailly's name. Because he would have probably been able to get back and wouldn't have got done on the first one. And then once he's running at Maguire, he's in trouble.
That's 3 times for Firmino now. He's not a great striker of the ball. Got to do more there.
Oh, here goes Rashford.
They're there. Rashford's there. Oh, he should have shot.
Should
have shot. Or pass it to Martial.
And
Pogba. Oh, you are shit, Pogba. You are shit. I'm not saying Popper's shit, but it's just like, man, United just got ripped off, mugged off. Like 90 million, man. They burned off more than they can shoot. I'm not saying he's shit. He was good at Juventus. Wait a minute. You were good at Juventus, but when you come to the biggest leagues in the world, like the Premier League, and going to one of the biggest clubs in the world, you completely flopped. Yeah, he has some big games. I'm not saying he's completely flying. He has some decent games showing on. I'm sorry. Why are you being the last? A world-class player shows some consistency, season in, season out, match by match, year by year.
For example, Gomez and Van Dijk were in the middle of the defence. Alexander-Arnold and Shaqiri. There's McTominay.
He's got to start making passes again, Liverpool. 4 or 5 occasions now. Just giving the ball away and giving Manchester United a hold.
It's an extraordinary ball.
Because Rashford
won't get there. It was the highest of the day. And then it nearly was smuggled forward by Pogba. Thiago. Up to Salah. Firmino. Shaqiri, but Fred puts up the barricades. Martial. Strong in possession and quick too.
Because Martial, he's a good player.
Martial.
Rashford's in the box. The tackle by Fabinho.
Proper defensive challenge by Fabinho to stop him. With the space left behind.
I will cover the FA Cup match between Liverpool and United. Hope it's on BBC.
The ball quickly.
If it's on BT Sports,
and beyond.
Man, I don't have BT
possession with Roberts.
That's a bummer.
Salah. So wanting to join in, but here's Wijnaldum. Henderson. Mane out on the right. Cutting through the middle.
Oh, Wijnaldum's in the box.
There. Trying to get it back to Sadio Mane again. There's another move of some promise from Liverpool.
Struggling to sustain attacks at the moment, Liverpool. On the attack, and the ball is lost. So good, normally not winning the ball back, and that's what we were seeing in the first 15-20 minutes. Just now when Manchester United win the ball on the edge of the box, that first pass is out. More often than not, now it's finding a Manchester United playing looking really dangerous.
Just for the record, 5 of the last 8 Premier League meetings have been drawn. 2 Liverpool wins in that period, the last 2 home games.
You mentioned sustaining attacks, and Graham mentioned it earlier on in the studio, and you repeated it. 2 best defenders in midfield for Liverpool to sustain attacks are Henderson and Fabinho, and they're both playing centre-backs. It's a massive impact on this team. It just means they're lightweight. They do give the ball away in that midfield. Supports the theory that you'll never have a better chance if you're Manchester United to come here, score goals and win a game.
Robertson. Get out by Maguire. Score goals, win a game, and go 6 points clear of the champions.
Where's Pogba?
Pogba.
Rashford's there. He's through. Alisson, good clearance.
Would have gone up in the old days. It goes up now once Alisson intervenes. They are there just in case.
They just can't get that connection right for the counter-attack. He just steps up, Fabinho, and I think he could have been onside because that trailing leg looks like he's playing Rashford on.
Yeah, it's offside
anyway.
Then the flag went up. Robertson. Salah. Salah again, all the options to the right, but so Salah joins in again.
That's free kick to United.
Whistle's got as Shaw was incapacitated.
He's had a few false starts in his Manchester United career. Luke Shaw, he is looking really good at the moment. He's looking like he's got power.
I know some games like we scheduled
defending well. his acceleration's there when he goes forward. He just gets into the challenge really quickly against Mane.
I think the signing of Tellez has helped that.
Maybe.
I think the amazing, after that horrendous injury that he had a couple of years ago, that he retained his pace when he came back. Wan-Bissaka. Rashford again. The ball stays down.
Oh, boys there.
Rashford.
Oh, boys.
Too much.
Oh, boys.
Again, the flag.
No, boys there.
He must have known he was offside.
He's in front of him to put your flag up. Well, someone will
I
get
think
his
it's nearly 1 year ago, I think. You know, or maybe like a month later. You know, like you get Liverpool fans and stuff. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. That was a good atmosphere. The Liverpool fans, because they beat, do it in their main rivals, Manchester United.
Just playing the pass too late, or the runner's going too early.
Sweater.
Liverpool has been Firmino's
Oh, they're
finishing.
sweating with victory.
It's been the problem in the first half.
Anyway,
It does look like goals are there, even though it's 0-0 and there aren't lots of chances. You can just feel.
There's been one or two tepid big games, haven't there, this season? The Manchester
Liverpool's
Derby,
fourth,
the second half of
as
Manchester
it
City
is,
against
second goal
Liverpool. It's
difference.
not been like
What
that.
about 2 points?
Been purpose, forward thinking, forward passing,
Against Mane.
sure covering. And David De Gea wasn't sure whether he could pick that up or not. He probably could have done. Ronaldo into the last 5 minutes of the first half. This colossus of a Premier League game. Fabinho. There was a time when Thiago was a goal-scoring midfield player. He seems to have settled into this quarterback role. He's got a hat-trick in an under-21 UEFA final for Spain. Put out by Pogba. He was really the filling in the sandwich then.
What Liverpool have also done is just fouled 2 or 3 times when Manchester United have broken clear. There's no doubt. Scurrying back Thiago. Not seeing it. Resisting the yellow card.
Yeah, probably because there were 2 of them.
I thought it was a sniffer one, that one.
Fred. Given their second half record in away games, Manchester United, if it stays 0-0 to half time, might be going in thinking, we've not done a bad job here despite not having very much of the ball.
There's no doubt, Martin, if you said to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 0-0 half time, you took it, but they're on the attack.
Yeah, it could get better for the Old Trafford team. Good defensive work by Thiago. Put out by Wijnaldum. Played by Lindelof.
I don't think it's ever changed here. Here is the Manchester United team. You just had to get through that first half an hour, first half, where Liverpool were always at the strongest.
You said something that fascinated me before the game when we were down on pitch side, saying when you were playing, the crowd would be very up. Obviously, they're not facing the crowd today. And the first positive thing was the first groan you had from the Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
Probably a misplaced pass by Carragher, was it?
Or an own goal.
Because Fred. Fernandez.
Harsh, but actually, factually accurate.
Lob it to Rashford. He's going to get the ball.
Here is
Got the ball.
Rashford.
Martial. To Fred.
The game was
Maguire. Oh, no, it's
this one where
Lindelof.
They were far better than United.
Maguire passes Lindelof.
Just come into this game.
Lobbed at the ball. Nobody's there. And it's into the feet of
He's
Alisson.
been quite understated in his pre-match comments. He said, we haven't really set the world on fire, although we're top of the league. He knows there's still room for improvement to match the consistency of the team that Jurgen Klopp has put together. But they're closer.
They are. There's no doubt you're watching this match. In Liverpool, we've seen them for 2 years, absolutely sensational. But this is not the Liverpool of the last 2 years that we're watching. Even here today, they're not playing badly, but they're not at the level. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will know that.
talked about defensive absentees. We haven't mentioned Diogo Jota, who, of course, would be an addition to their search for this elusive Premier League goal.
Yeah, it's been a huge miss, Martin. Keep talking about Van Dijk, but defensively, Liverpool, since Van Dijk's been out, haven't been too bad. I know they've got 2 midfield players playing there now, but essentially the goals that I've tried up of late, it was a great source of goals in those first few weeks of the season.
Salah. Nicholas challenge, needed a bit of help. Pogba.
1 minute.
McTominay, I think.
Oh, against Mane.
And
Offside.
Of the first half, and United's moment of worry with that ricochet has disappeared because of the offside flag. I just think, I don't know what he would have made of this first half. He's been quite calm by his standards. Been too much to get pumped up about.
I think he may have expected more. I think that, 8-9 days preparation, I think he'll have set his team up to a point whereby they wanted to really go at it in that first half. Now, what they did, they've just not been able to capitalise on it, and now the game's just settled. The away team, United are growing.
And that's it.
Well, there is the half-time whistle. Certainly Liverpool were quicker out of the...
Missed the whole bulks of the first half. Nothing much. I don't know. I can see a draw. See the wing. Where I think that's black or grey. I think it's grey. It's very rare United wear grey. They never wear grey again. I think it was a myth. Like there's one game United played. This was like years ago. United played Southampton. To wear grey, got beat, and remove like the same ghosts. They couldn't see. Some myths. That's myths in any type of sport. Anyway, for the time being, so let's check some results. In every league. So not every league, but some leagues. So let's go to the rest of the Premier League. They play tonight. City play Palace. Arsenal play Newcastle. And then and more game and the games played at midweek. West Ham, West Brom, Leicester, Chelsea. The Leeds game against Southampton was postponed due to they're in the cup. Southampton. City plays Villa. Fulham. United travel away to Fulham. Liverpool face Burnley, and Aston Villa face Newcastle. I think Arsenal also got a game. I think it'll be. No, did I got a game? I think they got a game. I swear they got a game midweek. Anyway, that's later on. This is like this week, the start of this week. Anyway, so yesterday's games. I got match of the day. So Fulham, Chelsea beat Fulham 1-0 in the West London derby. Leeds lost 1-0 to Brighton. Leicester beat Southampton 2-0. West Ham beat Burnley 1-0. Wolves got beat by West Brom 3-2. For that postponed due to I think it's COVID. Between Aston Villa and Everton postponed so far. 0-0 between Liverpool and Man United. And then you got Sheffield United got beat 3-1 to Tottenham. So the main stand. So United will go top. Really, United will go top 2 points. 2 points. 3 points ahead of Leicester and Liverpool. They'll be on 35 if Liverpool drew against United. Tottenham move to 4th. City will go back in the top. City will be back in the top 4 spot if they beat Palace. Okay, Arsenal, they beat Newcastle. They go, I think, 20. They'll be 10th if they beat Villa. So let's move on to the championships. Not a lot of games. 2 games got postponed. They're in the championship, Coventry. Never knew. Anyway, Barnsley lost 2-0 to Swansea. Blackburn 1-1 with Stoke. Drew against Stoke. Bristol City beat Preston 2-0. Cardiff got beat by Norwich 2-1. Yeah, I think that's due to COVID or weather issues between Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday. Derby got beat 1-0 to Rotherham. Borough, that's Middlesbrough for short. Yeah, Middlesbrough lost 1-0 to Birmingham. Nottingham Forest, Forest beat Millwall 3-1. Yeah, that was postponed due to QPR and Wycombe. Watford won 2-0 against Huddersfield. And then you got games on Tuesday. Derby and Bournemouth. Reading versus Coventry. And then more games on Tuesday. Yeah, that game is likely postponed. Sheffield Wednesday, Wycombe. You got Blackburn, Swansea. And then you got Rotherham, Stoke, Watford, Barnsley. And we got Wednesday, you got Norwich, Bristol City. And then you got Brentford, Luton, Cardiff, QPR, Huddersfield, Millwall, Nottingham Forest, Borough, or Forest and Borough. And then you got like Birmingham, Preston on Wednesday. And then Friday you got Stoke and Watford. 2 games postponed, Coventry, Forest, Luton, Rotherham, QPR, Derby, Preston, Reading, and Borough versus Blackburn. So who's top of the table in the Championship? So top of the table is Norwich. They're going up. Swansea, shit, man. I thought they're never gonna get promoted. I don't say never promoted ever again. There'll be another 4 or 5 years until they get back in the top flight. But they're gonna get promoted for the first time in 3 years. It's, they're second place. So who's in the playoffs are Bournemouth, Brentford, Watford, Reading. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say Norwich will go. Yeah, I think it's Norwich, and it's gonna be Bournemouth. They're doing well. I feel like they could get promoted in their first time around. Watford, maybe. Brentford, the lads Watkins and Belrama. I do not know. They lose that. Was it Guemo? They're going to losing key players, man, because they did well last season. They should have gone. In my opinion, they should have really gone up last season. I watched. I never knew they did well. They should have gone up. Fulham, they're shit. They played shit last season. So this season they played shit, absolutely shit. I'm not doing League One, so Scottish Premier League. So let's do yesterday's. Let's see, you got Dundee, St Johnstone. Anyway, you got Celtic versus Livingston. Wow, they're going to get Neil Lemon is going to get sacked. There's reports that Eddie Howe's going to be the next manager of Celtic. And before we get to the rest of the Scottish leagues fixtures, so check the chances. Shit. Firmino should have done better, man. Lobbed it into Mane. Firmino should have shot. Yeah, a little rushed. Salah. Bit off target. Oh my God, they should have been like 2-0 up. Great ball from Mane. No, but Firmino should have got the ball. Why Firmino should have got the ball the first time? And yeah, you can tell they're struggling and rushing. Here goes one on them. Salah's there. Nobody's there. On the ball. Yeah. Firmino shot. This time it's on target. But anyway, let's get back to the Scottish results here. Celtic drew 0-0 against Livingston. Yeah, he'll be sacked. Eddie Howe, nah. Potentially, if he takes the job, I don't know, he might do well at Celtic. Who knows? He might win a trophy at Celtic. Who knows? Yeah, and there are also like the links that it's going to be, Rafa Benitez. That'll be good. That can make the Scottish League pretty good. You got Stephen. You got two. Used to play 2 former Liverpool. Gerrard is a former Liverpool player. Benitez is a former Liverpool manager. That'd be good. That really, it could really put life back into the league. It's a dead league. I'm not no disrespect for the Scottish football, but it's really it's dead football in Scotland. That's why mostly the players from Scotland go into the Premier League. It's a better league. No disrespect for the SPL, but if Benitez took the Celtic job, he might do well. He might that could really really boost back into interest in the football in Scotland. Anyway, let's go back to the rest of the fiction. So, anyway, 0-0 between Hamilton and Dundee. That's Dundee United. There's two Dundees. You got just Dundee FC and Dundee United. We got Hibs drew. Oh no, actually they beat Kilmarnock 2-0. Ross County. Wow, Aberdeen got fucking battered. They got battered by Ross County. Fuck, God, man. Anyway, you got St Johnston beat St Mirren 1-0. And today, Rangers drew 1-1 with Motherwell. It didn't really do anything because Rangers still top of the table. They're nearly 21 points. 21 points. 20 between it's 20 points ahead of Celtic. No way, no Scottish team is going to catch Rangers for this season. They're winning the league. They're winning it. Gerrard should put boost back into the game. The game is it's still a dead league. The Scottish League, because Celtic is winning the league titles season upon season. I think it's been dead for years, because the only two clubs in Scotland, dominate the league. It has been Celtic and Rangers. Anyway, let's go to the other leagues in Europe. So La Liga went to I'm waiting for the second half to start. Anyway, no big teams playing. Actually, no big team. Valencia 1-1 against Real Valladolid, and then you got just more teams. Actually, I think it was I think they got a winter break. So you had Atletico Madrid beating Seville 2-0. Granada won against Osasuna, also 2-0. The big guns, the big teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona won't play. Why are they fucking playing? Looks like they disappeared. You got just smaller Spanish teams, and instead of Sevilla and Atletico Madrid, they're kind of like the medium-sized teams. But I'm talking about Real Madrid, Barcelona. They play on the Saturday. You got Real Madrid face Alaves, Barcelona face Elche? Anyway, who's top of the Spanish league? Atletico Madrid, 4 points ahead of Real Madrid. Barcelona is starting to catch up. I don't know if Koeman's the right man. He struggled the start of this season. Unai Emery's Villarreal, they're doing well, man. God, he might not win it. He might win a trophy at Villarreal. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Sevilla, they're in the Europa League spot alongside Real Sociedad. Bilbao, wow, they're mid-table because they used to be competing in Europe. But besides that, they just dropped down to mid-table. Well, not really mid-table, but in the bottom half of the league. Bundesliga. Today's the 17th, so this is yesterday. Bayer Leverkusen lost 1-2 Union Berlin. That's Borussia Dortmund. I think it was Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, they drew 1-1 to Mainz. Cologne drew 0-0. Yeah, 1-1 between Dortmund and Mainz. 0-0 between Cologne and Hertha Berlin. Hoffenheim drew 0-0 to, I say, Arminia Bielefeld. It's called that team. Yeah, Bielefeld. Bielefeld drew 0-0 away to Hoffenheim. Gladbach drew 2-2 with Stuttgart. Bremen beat Augsburg 2-0. Leipzig drew 2-2 to Wolfsburg. Bayern Munich 1-2-1 home of Freiburg. So far, the only game is still on. Is Eintracht Frankfurt drew. So far, it's 0-0 between Frankfurt and Schalke. So wow, it's Bayern Munich, man. They're 4 points ahead of Leipzig. It's starting to be a dead league, man. It's the Bayern Munich league. If Nagelsmann leaves Leipzig, it'd be a dead league. It'd be like Scottish football. So let's move on to Serie A. And then move on. And then after we'll go to French football, and then second half is about to start. So yesterday, in the Rome derby, or what is it called, the internal derby, it's called in Italy. They all call it the Rome derby. We've got Lazio beating Roma 3-0. Yesterday, Bologna 1-0 against Verona. Sampdoria beat Udinese 2-1. Torino drew 0 against Spezia. Today, you got Atalanta drew 0 against Genoa. Was it Crotone? They beat I'm not pronouncing this team's name. Was it Benevento? The Crotone beat 4-1 against Benevento. Napoli battered Florentina 6-0, and Sassuolo drew 1-1 with Parma. So games are tonight and tomorrow. Tonight we got Inter Milan Juventus. I put my money on Inter to beat Juventus. Fuck it. He's gonna get sacked, Pirlo. That was a mistake. That was a mistake sacking Sarri. Why sacking Sarri? I know his style was boring, but he won another league title. What more they want? Anyway, and then you got Milan travel to Cagliari. So who's top? It's got Milan. I put my money on Milan to win it. I thought, wow, Milan just like they're back. They're coming back, man. Got Zlatan. I think that'll be his last season. And then they need a young striker. They got financial debts and lost their key players. Zlatan and Thiago Silva and Pirlo and De Chilio. They lost some of their key players to big clubs like Zlatan, Thiago Silva to PSG. Yeah, he went back, but Pirlo, Juventus, De Chilio, Juventus as well. Yeah, just PSG and Juventus. Anyway, Ligue 1. The Dutch league, it's likely it's going to be Ajax. That'll be Ten Hag's last season with Ajax before he's going to Dortmund in the Bundesliga. He might be, I don't know. Look at the game started. Let's quickly do the results in the French league. So Monaco won 3-2 away to Montpellier. I think it's now coached by Niko Kovac, the former Bayern Munich manager. Alexander Arnold lobbed the ball, and it's easy catch by De Gea. Anyway, yesterday you got PSG won 1-0 against Angers. I can't pronounce these French teams' names. Marseille got beat by Nice. Today you got Rennes won 2-1 against Brest. Lille so far still playing. They drew 1-1 with Rennes. Lorient and Dijon postponed. I'm guessing that's due to COVID or weather. I seen the picture of the Bertabao in Spain. It's covered in snow. I don't know. They play most of their games in their training ground. Real Madrid, the first team. Anyway, Nantes draw 1-1 with Lens. Nice, managed by Patrick Vieira, got beat by Bordeaux. Strasbourg won 1-0 against Saint Etienne. So, and let's see who's top of the table. It's still a three-horse race between Lyon, Lille, and PSG. Monaco's fourth. They'll probably get European football. It's very funny that it's very like 2 years ago they were struggling. They were like fighting for relegation, and right now they're fighting for the European places. They had like Thierry Henry. Yeah, they have lost players like Bernardo Silva, Mendy, Telemans, Lemar. Yeah, Mbappe, Lemar, Telemans, Bernardo Silva, Mendy. Vince Sidibe is still in the club. You got Golovin. Was it Subasic is still in the club? Glick is still in the club. Anyway, look, enough of my talking. Let's go turn on the volume and continue to watch the game. And the volume's stuck. Enough was that? Nobody's there?
Backer. We're jumping. McTominay steers it forward.
Finally, the
gives it away.
fixed. So it was a bit stuck.
He's supposed to try and win it back for United, but it's with the champions.
Didn't do fuck all,
And Mane.
That's Mane. The tackle by Wan-Bissaka.
He's brilliant at that Wan-Bissaka. 1v1 defending. So often we've highlighted the battles he's had with Raheem Sterling. We've seen Mane try and beat him 1v1 on the first occasions, comes out on top. So difficult to go past.
Yeah, he used to break the heart of Wilfried Zaha in training at Crystal Palace when they were teammates.
I think one of the things Mike said at half-time about Manchester United dropping off, they were always going to the minute that Bailly didn't play. Lindelof will take them deep with Maguire.
Good ball from Alexander-Arnold. Well, sort that one out. The ball was certainly not within playing distance. And Maguire's going to get the decision. Did score a goal here in his Leicester days. Well, Edinson Cavani on the subject of goals. Hasn't scored against Liverpool. He played against them twice for Napoli and twice for PSG. Sandro Arnold's covering header, but they've got a man over here.
United.
Bruno
Fernandes
Fernandes.
passes to Martial.
Martial.
Nobody's there. Oh, that's a good counter. Mane's there. Salah's in the box. Salah's in the box. Oh. See the rushing Liverpool.
Squeeze the header
Salah's
line
still
to
got the
Salah.
ball. Needs to cross it to
Still in
Firmino.
possession.
No, red shirt still in the box. Passing it back to Alexander-Arnold.
Thiago
Thiago.
not going
Keep
one-on-one
calling
to shore.
Fabinho, but
The box.
Fabinho's number 3. Thiago's number 6. Thiago. Nobody's there. Interception. And
The counter-attack is not able
interception by
to
United.
construct a counter-attack then. Thiago. Mane. Needs some space by just turning away from his man. Robertson.
Oh, Mane
behind
has
here.
it. Oh, he should. Shaqiri was in the box. Shaqiri was in the box.
Liverpool get a corner.
Yeah, he's lucky Wan-Bissaka because I think he's near to giving a penalty away. He lunges in at Mane, but Mane goes past him.
I might do a live coverage of the League Cup final. Tottenham and City. That'll be a good final. Pep versus Guardiola. Pep versus Mourinho. Sorry. Anyway, here comes Salah.
Sure, read it well. Had the speed of recovery, but it's cost the corner.
He's defending really well, Luke Shaw. And Wan-Bissaka, he just gets that Mane running inside him. He just does a little bit of a nibble there, and you think maybe he just pulls away from him. He thinks about it. Certainly.
The big contact, I think Mane would have been entitled to go down. Corner work back to Thiago. Alexander-Arnold. Put in the way. Rashford. Marcus Rashford was caught offside 4 times in the first half, which, according to our excellent statisticians, is the most he's ever been caught offside in one Premier League game.
It's just eagerness. That space is there, and he's thinking, I've got to get into it, but he's just going to wait and be patient. And so is the player on the ball who's trying to force it through from 30, 40 yards away. So he's well ahead. Another Manchester United player.
Pogba looking to support infield. McTominay quickly to Rashford. He's got runners to the left. One of whom is Bruno Fernandes here. Trying to work at the shooting position.
Interception by Alexander-Arnold.
Alexander-Arnold was saying, I'm not having that.
He's a good right back. Yeah, he's been like sloppy this season.
That kind of move.
He's one of the best right backs, and yeah, he's the best right back in the world so far.
Interesting, he didn't have a shot on target in the first half. That's the first time since December of 2019 when they were beaten at Watford.
Handball.
In the Premier League.
No, it's not. United free kick.
Lovely free kick, passive, but the risk-taking in the final third, or the quality of the final third, hasn't quite been up to the standard of the position in the table of the two teams. Matches don't have to be won
Here comes,
third or even
here
the second
comes
third.
Martial. Fernandez there.
And Bruno Fernandes. Good tracking.
Good
Who does look a
interception.
very
Good block by
central defender.
Fabinho.
It was excellent. Excellent in the first half, Fabinho. So 67 games without a defeat here. Liverpool, absolutely sensational record. There must be some talk on that Manchester United bench of thinking that this game is there for the taking.
Well, they've got their first corner.
It's up for grabs.
Maguire, McTominay, Pogba, three tall men ready to make their moves here. It wasn't the kind of service movement needed. Liverpool.
The counter attack. Salah's in the box.
One from
Is that? Oh, that's a good interception by Shaw.
Had the answer. Didn't need to get to the ball, but he made sure it got through to David De Gea. Pogba. Match winner at Burnley on Tuesday with a sensational shot. Played the patient game there to win at Turf Moor. A bit more cavalier out of necessity at times than the other away wins. And the draw, of course, the only points they've dropped on their travels at Leicester. Henderson. Now Thiago. It's clever from Shaqiri. A good picture of what's behind him. He's involved again.
Shaqiri.
Yeah, the Switzerland international. Salah. Give and go.
Firmino.
It's when all didn't come back to him.
Still red shirts in the box. Here comes Alexander Arnold made that shot.
Alexander Arnold.
No, that was
Pushed himself still on the left.
Just that conviction in the attack. I think this Liverpool team at the moment struggling for goals. It's a lack of confidence, but just things happen quickly. Even the fullbacks, when they put them crosses in, you do it without thinking. It's just that extra touch, extra pass, making sure things are knocked into each other. Pace has almost gone out the attack in the last few weeks. Defenders then to be grouped, be compact, make it difficult, get men behind the ball.
Jurgen Klopp's never lost 2 Premier League games in a row with Liverpool since his Dortmund days.
And Shaw.
Is Shaw.
Guns Fred.
Lindelof.
Maguire. Wan-Bissaka.
Now Pogba. Possession for Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka did well the first part, not so well the second part. Jamie, do you remember those goalless games when you were playing 0-2 at Birmingham, 0-1 at Newcastle and 0-0 here against Blackburn? When testing your powers of recollection?
Yeah, was that under Rafa Benitez?
2005, yeah.
Yeah.
Won the Champions League shortly afterwards.
Yeah, it helps you get over it.
There was just a little bit of lack of certainty that Liverpool have had for a couple of years in terms of their goal-scoring capacity. And fullbacks, of course, have played such a big part.
Robertson's losing the ball.
Robertson,
He did.
not quite able to take that under control. He's still getting forward into the right kind of areas. Of course, other teams, we've talked about it, Gary, before with Liverpool games, you've got to wise up to the fact that the fullbacks have been the threat.
Yeah. It's been the big problem for any team playing against this Liverpool team here. Close the middle off to stop the front three, and then the fullbacks will go outside and provide the ammunition for the goals. It's not quite happening and clicking at the moment for them.
Thiago. Edinson Cavani getting called back by the Manchester United bench.
There goes Shaqiri.
Shaqiri. On by Rashford, but he and Martial realised it wasn't going to happen.
I'm not surprised that Cavani's coming on. The clearest signal a manager can send his players on the pitch about the intent to bring on an attacking player. Probably on Solskjaer senses that an hour in, this is the period in the game he would have wanted to get through the first hour at Anfield, and then you can think about how you can go and win the game.
Alexander-Arnold. Switch to Andy Robertson again. Firmino coming in.
Oh, Firmino's in box.
Getting there. And the back of Harry Maguire.
And Harry Maguire.
Maguire was just...
Good interception, man.
Really
Otherwise, that'll be 1-0 to Liverpool.
Liverpool thought they were going to get a corner. I don't think they got one.
You see all those Manchester United players narrow, and it is Robertson. The delicious cross.
Good cross by Robertson.
She can't really afford to touch it. Lindelof at the near post, and Maguire at the post is stretching.
Let's go off Firmino. But that is the fullbacks at their best.
And it's doing it early, Mark. When you see that ball come to Robertson there, there's no thought in his mind. Just get that ball in. So I'm talking about we just haven't had it to touch at times today in the last few weeks, but
Edinson Cavani looking as though Nemanja Matic might have been acting as an interpreter. Here's Shaqiri. Salah. And Fabinho. Certainly in the back of Liverpool minds, you feel that with the counter-attack, you can't leave the back door open against Manchester United. Not chasing the lead with full blood and thunder. Do it in a cool and calculating way.
Free kick to Manchester United.
It's always going to get penalised for that. You know. So Martial, who was a doubt, and I think would have played on.
So winning.
Initially looking at the ball, he expected to come up, but they've got an hour.
A bit stiff.
Out of it with Edinson Cavani. Given a scenario here where he could become a match winner and could end one of the longer runs in English football history for undefeated at home. 67 games, Liverpool at the moment still going. Sure. Shaqiri got in the way, and Shaw's given the ball away unnecessarily. A little bit of overconfidence. Firmino.
Salah's in box.
Salah.
Oh, he's missed it.
Luke Shaw's a relieved man about that.
Just a bit. I'm not quite sure. I had to watch it again why Salah came back. I thought it was there to hit first time as it rolled across his body. Just see it there, you think, right, why don't you hit it? But he seems to want to go back. Tries in the end to put it through Maguire's legs.
I think Liverpool want Manchester United to continue to do that, trying to play out from the back.
Shaqiri takes the corner.
Liverpool's corner. Good touch by McTominay. Thought to get the first contact if you're defending.
It's a great delivery from Shaqiri. It really was. Anything can happen. That type of ball just gets under it at the back post. Firmino.
So we've been in swinger again. Fancy crowding David De Gea here, crowded by friend as well as foe. It's into the right area, but McTominay again emphatically away. Just wonder whether he might end up being a centre back later in his career. In first time from Henderson.
Oh, Shaqiri.
Shaqiri. Salah.
Nobody's there.
Tiger stayed down. Need to go up now because Manchester United trying to fashion the way upfield, and Fred's moved the ball nicely, moved himself nicely. And Fernandez, his passing is not quite up to his usual standards. But there was nowhere to go on the other side. He couldn't have opened his body out and got down to the right. There's been a new addition to the coaching staff, Darren Fletcher, who saw at a Manchester United game earlier this season. He was telling me how much he's loved coaching. He was doing the under-18s, maybe the youth team then. And it wasn't long after he was really full on, Gary, about becoming a coach. I don't think he was convinced when he stopped playing that was the road forward, but he's fallen in love with it.
Yeah, no doubt when he was playing, he's a thinker about the game, loves the game, suited to being on the training pitch. Even though he is good on the microphone as well.
Trying to
section.
impose themselves
Fernandez.
on the match further forward. Bruno
Has the
Fernandes,
shot.
his sort of range, and
Easy by Alisson.
late adjustment by Alisson to make the save a safe one.
He's always going to ignore the runners.
Finally, a Manchester United shot on target. Alexander-Arnold. A bit too strong for Salah. Thought he was just going to maybe roll past the England man. Rashford. Alisson. Cavani might have a shot on here. And then he goes to ground.
Free kick to United.
And if that is a foul, it must be a yellow card for Fabinho.
Alisson was off his line. He just couldn't hit it first time, Cavani. Some really good passing behind Jordan Henderson to Fernandez's run. The goalkeeper's there. He just can't hit it first time, so he has to dribble round Fabinho. Cynical one.
But a necessary one for Liverpool.
This is more Rashford range. That dipping one that he does. It's a little bit too far out, you would think, for Bruno.
Whether they still place the ball with the valve in the right position. It used to be, whether it was a fad or a phase, to get more aerodynamic movement. If you actually kick the ball on the point of the valve, that it goes in and then springs out and gives some movement. It's hard to predict. Bruno Fernandes usually goes more for whip, Rashford for power. We'll see which of the two is selected. It's Rashford's power, and it does its job. It was hit pretty powerfully. Driven back by Shaw. Maguire's still in there. Got a call from Pogba behind him. Mane. He could have been in trouble, actually, if Wan-Bissaka had continued to go for the ball. It's rash and reckless, but only against the ball.
You just see Luke Shaw looking at that ball at the back post.
Fernandez quite able to get there. Liverpool trying to find a way forward through Salah. Fred's challenge. Salah to Robertson. Switch of play. Maguire's come across. Shaqiri, it was a great idea. Trying to ease it into a space that Salah would have been first to fill. Not quite enough on it. It's been that kind of game, really, where you can see the potential in the attacks. It hasn't quite been the fruit at the end of forward-thinking football. So we move into the final quarter. It's here for the winning. both Liverpool and Manchester United.
It's Alexander-Arnold.
Alexander-Arnold.
Pass to Salah.
Henderson. It's a gift of a pass to Robertson. Right for the Liverpool skipper. Fabinho. Manchester United set up in their behind the ball shape.
Wijnaldum.
Just in those positions, Liverpool one team defend deep now. I found it tougher and tougher.
Pogba's just played that and stopped.
Alexander-Arnold still with the ball.
Stopped.
Now Salah.
It's on the move again.
Shaqiri.
Liverpool still have the ball.
Robertson.
It's down the side for Mane.
Oh, he should have passed it. Oh, Firmino was in the box.
Easy for David De Gea.
He's trying to chip into Firmino. If Firmino just got ahead to it, he might take a bullet, but he's able to score the goal against Liverpool.
So this kick from a difficult dropping ball for Alexander-Arnold. Leads to a Liverpool free kick. Thiago is fouled. That's a foul the other way. Thought it would be a Liverpool ball.
I think he wanted the offside for the initial kick from David De Gea. That's why Alexander-Arnold made a bit of a mess of it. He thought the flag was going to go up.
This is the first meeting for a year, and there's another one to come next Sunday in the FA Cup fourth round at Old Trafford. Premier League games in between. Bruno Fernandes. Off goes Salah. To Fred. Read the danger. Maguire.
Just the Cavani on now. Height advantage Manchester United have. Here's another opportunity on another set piece.
There was a game a few years ago, wasn't there, on a Monday night that we were built up and it was a 0-0. I don't get the feeling this is a 0-0. I know it is at the moment, but I do feel there's a goal in this game.
I know, but the difference is we haven't really built this one up, have we?
That's Gary Neville speaking, fresh from a 0-0 in League Two yesterday.
Is that why I was asking you if you had a centre forward?
Yeah. Thought he wanted me to play centre forward. Corner for Manchester United. Looking for the breakthrough here. Pogba got his head to it, but it was a difficult header to make into a scoring header.
Oh, that's a counter attack. Because Mane, he's in the box. He's running to the box. There's red shirts in the box.
That's the kind of thing that's happening between the front three. It was so incisive, so decisive for game after game, season after season, really.
And that's been a big problem, man. A lot of talk every week. Who's going to play centre back? Who knows how this game's going to finish? But no man on the ball there, Jordan Henderson, Fabinho. They've done really well considering who they're up against. Some top attacking talents. It's the front three, the real attacking threat that has really let Liverpool down. Same again today.
Firmino,
Salah. Oh, Firmino.
You don't mind how you get a goal when you're in Liverpool's position when you need one after firing blanks in a couple of games, and sometimes the ball can ricochet just into the right part of the right player, but it didn't quite happen there.
I think both managers will be disappointed most with their attacking players. Just the Jurgen Klopp will want more from that front three, who've been sensational for him. United's front three, and Fernandes, and I'll include him in that, have been sloppy.
I mean, the maths tell you, Gary, that a point that suit Manchester United much more than Liverpool in the league table, but are you still sticking by the fact you see this as a real opportunity for an away win?
No doubt, Martin. Before the game, if you say to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there's a point on the table, he snaps your hand off. But just as the game is emerging as it is, and Liverpool haven't quite been at the level, or anywhere near the level where we know they can be, just look at it and think, well, if this wasn't Liverpool, would Manchester United
play the team on the day,
play the team
not
on
the
pitch.
reputation?
They're playing the reputation here, because Liverpool at this moment in time are there for the taking, and Manchester United don't quite believe it yet in this game. Because if they were playing against anybody else, I'm pretty certain they'd be going for it. But just a bit wary of the record. 4 years nearly without a defeat here. Liverpool obviously have been fantastic over the last couple of years, and the magnitude of the game just means United are holding back a bit.
And they knock you off the top if you lose.
Yeah. The problem is, if Liverpool were to score late on, you'd be really regretful that you didn't go for it, and that's the danger. It's the balance of a manager, and that's why you've got the pressure on them that they have.
Not one of the famous Derby managers that Wayne Rooney's just succeeded used to say, only takes a second to score a goal. The late great Brian Clough. Plenty of seconds left in this game.
I suppose what we'll get a sense of in the next few minutes from both managers. Jones is coming on for Liverpool, but will Greenwood come on? That will tell us what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is thinking. If he doesn't, then he's happy where he's at. If he does, then he says that he thinks the game's there to go and win.
Oh, Firmino's in the box.
Firmino.
Oh, he's just, see, that's Liverpool, they're rushing.
Again by Lindelof.
That's Rashford.
We'll be delighted to come back with a clean sheet. We haven't been a shabby replacement for him.
I thought Bayer would play, just Liverpool's front three being as mobile as they are, and Dwayne, which has played in the last few weeks, but Lindelof's done well.
But here's Rashford. Cavani's in the middle. Fernandes making tracks as well, and here's Luke Shaw around the back of Liverpool.
Oh my God, that's a good save by Alisson.
Headed out by Fabinho, on from Wijnaldum, and maybe further on here. Salah by Firmino, but Manchester United snapping in. Now, well, just for a moment, having to look back, but there was real potential in that move with Luke Shaw coming around the outside.
Well, the need to have a great goalkeeper is the best chance that Manchester United have had. And Fernandes, the contact's good, he's just close enough to Alisson's feet. He's disappointed.
Curtis Jones is on. Very much one of their own here at Liverpool. Larger than Shaqiri.
With the ball in his hands there, had a really good 75 minutes so far. Luke Shaw defensively, he nearly provided the assist for the first goal of the game. It's just a foul throw.
Yeah, he's done really well. Seen that early on. He's getting really tight and aggressive to Mo Salah. Making it tough for him. Wasn't sure coming into this game whether he might play. Never centre back of a back three. He's done that before and had joy as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation. In the end, there hasn't been too many surprises. Neither team has really been caught out by a tactical switch from the other. Players know each other so well. They all know what's at stake.
We've just asked whether Manchester United would take a draw. Would you take a draw now?
I don't know if I'd be too disappointed now with the draw, but
Alexander Arnold. Cross it to Mane. No.
Maybe pause there because it looks as though Mane might have been coming in at the far post. It was just too long for him. Carry on.
Just hoping I could say no, I'll take 3. But listen, we talk about this game and who'll come out of it. Please, the vote said maybe a draw now, both sides, but the one team that will benefit will be Manchester City massively.
Their game to come, of course. Stay with us when the final whistle goes here. Here's Thiago. Goes for a shot.
Oh! That was,
that would have
took
been
a deflection.
Open his
Good save by De Gea.
What a game it would have been to achieve it.
When you think about some passing, some of his dribbles today have been fantastic. Just stood players up 2 or 3 times, happened to Fred.
No deflect. It wasn't deflected.
The camera save.
He dominated the game for 20 minutes. First 20 minutes of the game, we've not seen too much of him. He's gone quieter, but then he just comes alive.
Throw goes Liverpool's way. Again, nearly went Liverpool's way when he let fly then. They're good friends. The hair, the man who nearly beat him.
It's interesting, the Manchester United substitute that's warming up is Van der Beek. He was nowhere in sight. Well, he is, sorry. He's on the bench.
Doesn't move too much.
No.
Tweet here by the
Jones.
recent arrival, Curtis Jones.
Then Thiago.
Thiago. Working with Fabinho. The player's been in front of Manchester United, who've been deep and they've had to. Alexander Arnold to Robertson. Right back to left back.
Wijnaldum.
Gini Wijnaldum. And
Very poor.
Arriving in the
Soft target by Thiago.
Can show off his ability to score goals. Thiago.
It's a brilliant pass by Alexander Arnold to his mate at left back. It's not the best pass from Wijnaldum. It's a difficult one with Fernandes coming back in as well.
Certainly a lot of hype about Thiago 10 years ago when he was a not used substitute in the Champions League final for Barcelona against Manchester United. Barcelona for the winners' medal, which I guess he has in his collection. No, he didn't kick a ball. Back to Alisson to Fabinho. 10 minutes to go. The situation is still as it was at the start. Liverpool still needing to find a way to win, to knock Manchester United off their perch top of the table.
10 minutes to go.
Leicester in the mix for their excellent win against Southampton. They played Chelsea at home on Tuesday. We've got that live for you on Sky Sports. Spurs up 1 points.
Oh, he got Salah.
Started with Liverpool.
Oh, Ronnie was in the box.
A bit of
close by
more
Wan-Bissaka.
desperate defending was needed by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Maguire prevented the corner.
A few times, Harry Maguire got exposed by Mo Salah out wide here. Luke Shaw just got under the ball. He dealt with it in the end.
Jones. Robertson, when Liverpool were dominating the old First Division, so many games won
Against Jones.
late on.
Cross it into Alexander Arnold.
Alexander Arnold.
Nobody's there. Almost by
Lindelof.
Almost did the splits to get it away.
Oh,
and here goes the counter against Rashford. Cavani's in the box.
Rashford got Pogba up with him. Rashford wanting
He's
to make
so
it go all the way.
fucking greedy,
He
Rashford.
spotted Pogba.
You got
Brilliant.
he is so fucking greedy, Rashford. Cavani was in the box.
From one end of the pitch to the other. Lindelof to Fabinho.
He was in the box.
Cavani. Midfielder.
You think Rashford's got him?
I don't get the hype with
Right
Rashford, man.
across,
He's
and
greedy.
there's no way that
Don't get
Fabinho
the
can
hype.
catch him, but he does.
Fucking hell. I don't understand. They think he's the next. Fucking hell, they act like he's the next coming off on this
Player
one.
Marcus
Right.
Rashford to fashion a
Give me
win
a
for Manchester
fucking
United over
break.
Liverpool. A couple of goals at Old
Guns
Trafford.
McTominay. Nobody's there.
Tominay gives it away. There was a wonderful reach by Victor Lindelof to set the counter-attack going.
The two fullbacks who just had a pretty good few minutes. Robertson putting balls in from the left, and then that one from Alexander Arnold, and a brilliant clearance from Lindelof, and then to this. And you just think they use that Cavani run, and they think there's no way as he turns there, Fabinho can catch him. He does brilliantly.
It's encouraged Manchester United though, and here comes Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Pogba's there!
And it's smothered
Saved
away
by Alisson.
Alisson. And Pogba ruins what might have been.
Well, this season Liverpool haven't looked like the best team in the league as they did last season. But I think everyone would agree they've got the best goalkeeper in the league. And 2 saves have kept Liverpool in the game.
It's just straight at him. Anything either side, he's in trouble.
Even a little bit higher.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper did Liverpool proud. Frustrated Paul Pogba now waits for the subsequent corner. Up by Shaw, in towards Pogba.
Oh! That's a good save.
Nearly smuggled home by Rashford.
The goalkeeper again. I'm sure it was offside before he makes the save, but again, fantastic from him. A couple of times I think Pogba's got that first header there. Just sitting there on top of Rashford.
I did go up after that. Alisson wasn't to know that.
Origi.
Divock Origi comes on. It's the 150th Liverpool appearance. There haven't been too many in recent times. Given the chance, there's no play from the left-hand side with Mane through the middle. Here's Cavani, plucks it nicely to.
He goes a counter-attack.
Pogba wants it far post. He's there again. Tells Jones where to go so he can clear properly. Salah's header. So he might go telling Fabinho where to go to come onto the play facing the ball.
Origi's just come onto that left. Sadio Mane's gone centre forward now.
Does very well. He's back to goal. Lay it off to Jones.
Right at
the far post. Oh, wasn't
What's that?
Just see that one. Yeah, it wasn't a great day for Manchester United. We just see with Trent, more often than not, he just comes onto that first time. Just taking that extra touch. Manchester United get themselves back in. The quality's not quite there.
It's going to the wire at Anfield. Thiago. Alexander-Arnold. He stretched, but find Thiago. Bruno Fernandes. Never lost a Premier League away game with Manchester United. He's been with the club almost a year. McTominay, Pogba. Going to run here with the makeshift centre-back, Jordan Henderson. And it's a throw. Pogba is quick to get there, but the support's not too quick to come up and receive it. Nice agreement has been stirred from the chilly position of sitting there and watching.
So James Milner, who's just been called back by Jurgen Klopp.
With Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United haven't looked like a team that are happy just to keep the ball in the corner for these last few minutes. They've had some decent potential in their attacks. They've worked Alisson. Sure. One of his best games, certainly of recent times. Left back from down south. Himself, this great rivalry in the northwest of England.
There's no doubt he's been the best Manchester United player on the pitch, Luke Shaw.
Tony taking some attacking responsibility and drawing the foul. They can send players up. They don't bother to do that. They take the free kick quickly, which was another potential potent option. Just holding the change.
Same weight.
Yeah.
McTominay is saying weight because he he realises that he's probably going to come off. And Fernandez was coming off when Aldum tries to get him off the pitch, but I don't think he's realised what's happening.
You should be going off. No, look at him, he's injured. Something like that.
Yeah.
Paul Tierney actually has kept a tight rein on this, but it's a little bit of pride being wounded here, I think. So Wijnaldum's definitely off. I think Fernandez might have had the last laugh in that particular conversation. And the faithful James Milner is on. He's a rarity in the football world. He scored against Manchester United with 4 different clubs. Now Fernandez, who's not had his best day, that's, I think, we're all to see.
I think he's having the right whinge.
Yeah.
Why are you taking me off? You win games when I play.
Mason Greenwood might say the same thing.
Yeah. Well, Paul Pogba's gone into Bruno Fernandes' spot. Mason Greenwood's going out that right hand side.
Brooding Bruno. Cavani. As I said earlier, 5 of the last 8 games at Old Trafford and here in the Premier League have been draws, and close to making it 6 out of 9. Here's a fixture by and large. I'm sure you guys would say you hated to lose. Obviously, it was great to win, but it must have been a sore one. Pogba. Shaw's throw. Pogba. Cavani in the middle. Rashford has to look up. You can see him. Shaw's seen it, but Henderson sweeps it away. Manchester United leading that particular table, as well as the table is the Premier League. But we are very close to Liverpool failing to score for 3 games in a row. Self-same league.
I know that Jurgen Klopp will be disappointed, but that would be proud of the fact that they kept a clean sheet with that back to Henderson and Fabinho. I think he'd been worried about that before the game.
Origi, who scored a famous late winning goal in a Merseyside derby at the Cup end. Jamie Carragher dancing around the gantry.
That's Origi.
Here is Origi. He's going to set one up here.
Who's that?
That's a corner.
From Maguire.
Manchester United haven't got their point yet.
Origi coming on gives you a bit more aerial ability for Liverpool.
There's a chance for the champions against the club that have turned themselves into challengers over the last couple of months.
Who's that?
Over Origi. And now Pogba steals it back. He can't keep it. Important contribution from Milner. Jones. So often the Premier League is the league of late goals. Liverpool with the ball. And looking for one which would be one to certainly brag about in the northwest of England. Tierney, a little skirmish to sort out. She's left Shaw on his knees.
I think he wanted the handball. Trent Alexander-Arnold then just follows through. Second follow through.
Bit of added time to added time. The bottom line is better for him than it is for Jurgen Klopp. got to find a way to get his team scoring again.
2-1.
Manager of the champions. But for
United,
Allison,
3 points out of Liverpool.
been a real threat.
Yeah, they are missing players, man.
Unbeaten home record, which is going to go to 68 games. That's a late line by Rashford. That's going to be a booking. And still time for Liverpool.
Nah.
Yeah, I think this will be the last chance for anyone.
That was a little bit boring. You know that it was okay.
How ambitious they're setting up to make sure they don't get counter-attacked on.
You can't do that now.
Rashford.
Fabinho is going forward. It must be the last play.
3-0 so far this season for Rashford.
The last set play.
Yeah.
Milner trying to distract. United hold their line on the edge of the area.
Alexander-Arnold. Should they give it a lob? Why did they just lock the ball?
Towards Fabinho. McTominay gets it away. And Manchester United
hope you enjoy
Liverpool,
this live reaction of Liverpool versus Manchester United in the Parkins Premier League. And subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And we'll be back next time for another live reaction of the
Premier League win. They might have lost their unbeaten home record here.